Spokane tops nearly every list of one of the hottest markets in the country and one of the fastest appreciating markets as well. But a lot of times when I talk to people from out of the area that are looking to move here, they're moving here because of its affordability, which leads us to the question, is Spokane actually affordable? In this video, we're going to talk through why people think Spokane is affordable, and we'll talk about some reasons why it's maybe not as affordable as people think. Hi there, my name is Haydn Halsted of the Halsted Home Team, and I'm a local realtor located right here in beautiful Spokane, Washington. And if this is your first time to the channel, then please hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you're notified of all the amazing topics we're covering about Spokane, where to eat, where to sleep, and where to buy a house and where not to. Honestly, I get so many calls, texts, and emails every single day of people looking to purchase a home in Spokane, and I love it. And if you're thinking of moving or relocating anywhere near Spokane County, then please do not hesitate to reach out, and I'll be happy to help any way I can. So if you're from most places along the West Coast or the East Coast and you're likely thinking, yes, Spokane is absolutely more affordable than where I'm at, but let's dig into some of the details that can be overlooked and why most native Spokaneites would probably disagree. Let's look at bestplaces.net, which puts Spokane at almost 8% less than the US average and way less than Washington on average, like Seattle, in terms of affordability. As you look at this table, you can see that groceries are slightly cheaper than the US average. Healthcare is much cheaper in all of Washington, which is great. And it says here that housing in Spokane is at 94% of the national average, with a median cost of $335,100. This is absolutely wrong, but we'll swing back to that in a minute. Utilities are significantly lower in here in Spokane and Washington because of green initiatives, and gas is usually $1 cheaper than the west side. So, noting that the biggest difference between Spokane and the rest of Washington, or some of the other popular places people are moving here from in terms of affordability, housing is the biggest one. So let's check out some stats here, because I don't think best places actually changed with the rapid market and the changing times. So if we look at Rentometer, the average 2-bedroom here in Spokane rents for $1,400, which is insane, and up 29% from this time last year. Again, you're probably thinking, dude, that's way cheaper than where I live, and I would take that any day. Now, if we look at these stats from the Spokane Association of Realtors, it shows that the average home price is $397,092 in the Spokane MLS, which I just want to note is down 2% from last month and up 24% from last year. And again, you're like, dude, I get it. Spokane is way cheaper than me living here in Seattle or LA, and I would get anything for those prices. Well, let's look at the average household income here in Spokane. Bestplaces.net says it's about $44,768. Taking that into consideration and assuming that someone shouldn't spend more than a third of their income on their mortgage, that places the average Spokaneite at a home purchase price of barely $230,000, assuming they don't have any other debt payments. So based on what is currently happening here in Spokane, most people here wouldn't deem it to be the most affordable because of this large gap between the average home cost and the average income. And I'm going to emphasize with you, out of town, out of state people looking to move to somewhere more affordable, I realize that the gap between the average income and home price is much, much larger in places like Seattle, where the average income is around $80,000 and the average home price is around $800,000. Just realize that many people that have lived here in Spokane their whole life aren't seeing your point of view, and you might not want to mention that you're from California if you do move here, because you might get a light heckling at the bar. But don't worry, everyone is nice here, I promise. I want to circle back to the living wage calculator for Spokane County. We found out earlier that the average income here is about $44,000. According to this calculator, that's right on track with being affordable here in Spokane. The big problem is they're only budgeting $8,352 a year for housing. Going back to that $1,400 a month we budgeted for rent, and going back to that affordable home price of $230,000, which there are currently 9 of those for sale in the greater Spokane area, each with their own special set of necessary repairs, your yearly cost for living is looking to be more than $16,000 a year either way you go. So that affordable wage number should actually be closer to $51,000 to afford a very small home or rent a 2-bedroom apartment. And that's not even assuming that you might have a kiddo or two and pay at least $700 a month in childcare, and we'll avoid that whole rabbit hole that the 2-bedroom has quickly become too small. But we're easily jumping to a necessary salary of anywhere from $60,000 to $75,000 to live comfortably, and we haven't even factored in the need to save money and invest for retirement. So is Spokane affordable? Compared to many cities, Spokane is still considered to be very affordable, but for those currently living here, making the median to average income, the rapidly changing economy and market as a whole is really bringing down those people who aren't bringing in money from bigger areas. I'm Haydn Halsted. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and if you have more questions about Spokane, please don't hesitate to reach out to me directly. I would love to talk with you. Thanks so much.